Hi everyone, my name is Ria and welcome back to this segment in which I bring to you another coach in my Coach Collab series. I'm so excited to introduce you to Mr. Sushil Dhanavade today. He's a mind, body, fitness coach. He's from a small industrial town, Roha in Maharashtra, and he's learned hypnosis at the age of 15, does lots of experiments related to hypnosis and the subconscious mind, which is why I was so excited to call him. The best part and my interest that we share common, the meditation. He knows more than 35 types of meditation. He's a YouTuber just like me, photographer, trekker, cooks his own food, blogger and writer. But the most interesting part is still here. He is called as a suicide prevention specialist. Interesting, right? And he has helped a lot of people with suicidal tendencies. He believes that hypnosis, NLP, and meditation and any psychosomatic problems can be solved. His mission is to make the world stress free and fit. And he has his own online course, Mind, Body, and Fitness, of which we're going to talk today. So, welcome to the channel, and thank you so much, Sushil, for coming here today. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Ria. This is really an awesome. The introduction was really exciting. I really like the energy, the way you introduced me. Thank you so much.
I was
Very
looking
small
forward.
introduction.
The moment I thought of this series, I thought of you, and I knew I couldn't go without you being on the show. So, to all my audience who is watching this now or later, Sushil and I got connected on LinkedIn, and I usually don't really get the connection, going for such a long time. But we knew we had such similar interests, and he's a coach, and I love his online courses, and I love the feedbacks that you've gotten recently. I've seen those WhatsApp messages, your websites. So congratulations for that, Sushil. I couldn't stop to talk about your course. So I'm excited. My audience needs to know everything in and out. But let's start first. How did you get into hypnosis? 15 is really early. Can you just share your story with us?
Sure. The thing is that thanks to my mother. Okay, my mother is a teacher.
Alright.
And at the age of 4, she told me, okay, you have to read books. But at the age of 4, I was not able to read any of the books. But when I went to school, I was, I think, in 8 year, I was into 4th standard at the time because I joined very early in school because mother was a teacher, so I used to sit in school.
Right.
And I started. So while reading books, I started reading with normal novels and stories the way everyone do. But then I started taking interest in psychology books, spiritual books, all those, Puran, Shastra and everything. It was like a myth, but still I was interested in that. And after some period, I took an interest in this parapsychology, the astral body projection. I have read all those books at that time. I was not understanding. Okay?
Wow.
So, and there was a Marathi book, Antarmanachi Shakti, that is related to subconscious mind. Long back I had read.
Okay.
And it was, it was stored in my memory. And I was not sure whether I am going to do with anything with that because at age of say 8 or 10, it was nothing. Yes?
Yeah.
You don't know anything about your. But when I went to college, I had done agriculture college, so BSc agriculture.
Wow.
That is from Dapoli, Ratnagiri. So when I went to in college in the first year, I went into a spiritual institute, Prajapita Brahmakumari Ishwari Vidyalaya. I joined that, and for that I was reading some books related to hypnosis. And at the same time, there was a show on hypnosis, a stage hypnosis show. You must have seen all those hypnosis show. The people get into
Yes,
trance and
yeah.
do lot of activities. So I got surprised. Oh, this is like a miraculous power. It is like a superpower. You can have that superpower. You can hypnotize any person, and you can get all those things. I got amazed, and I said, okay, let me go through the course. I joined the course. It was 7 days course, and I learned hypnosis. And then the fun started because I was in hostel, and people came to know, all those my colleagues, they came to know he loved hypnosis. So they were trying to experiment with themselves. So it's okay, Sushil, okay, I want to be in trance. I want to go in trance. Okay, let me try on myself. So they used to come at my place. Almost I did 150 hypnosis session. It's all of these people. I was known that, okay, Sushil is like, when to just go to his room, he will just hypnotize you. Okay, it was not easy initially. I was
Right.
experimenting because as such, when you learn initial level, you just have to experiment because you have to do lot of practice on each every time initial level there is a failure.
Yes.
You don't get
The desired
you don't
result.
get that. yes, the results are completely different. But then I started experimenting, and then I went up to this past life regression. I tried that also. One of my friend Pankaj, he's right now is a scientist, and I did past life regression, and then I become very famous. Now this person can take any person into past life and everything. Still, there is a precaution. I don't believe that this was actual reality, because our mind can also give us some different perception instead of actually going to past life. But that was my experience, and then I was completely focusing on my study, in spiritual journey. The spiritual journey was really fantastic. Like I learned so many meditation, starting from Brahmakumari Ishwari Vidyalaya. Then I went to different organization. You search for different things, and you
Yes.
keep reading book. Then you search for this astral body projection, then all this lucid dreaming. These
Yes.
were my interests. So, and at that time there was no one to discuss on those things. So I thought, oh, spiritual organization is the only place where I can get some people who may have that same kind of interest. But still, I was
Correct.
unsatisfied. Everyone's talking about different thing. I learned about Kundalini, 7 chakras, and everything. I went deep into that. I
Yes.
started giving lectures to lakhs of people on spirituality, on soul, and everything. But the experience was phenomenal. You must have experienced meditation. When you go into that trance level, you say, okay, this is the ultimate level of satisfaction. There is nothing beyond that.
I agree.
And the
Yeah.
journey was good. Yeah. So it was a good journey. But then my parents, I was supposed to follow celibacy. I was actually following celibacy during my entire college. There were a lot of so I missed all those things which people enjoy in college. Having a girlfriend and everything. That was really a different college days, and people should enjoy that thing. Having someone you like. So it was like a celibacy. But then parents forced me, just get out of all those things. You don't need to follow all those things. And then I started my routine life.
Mm-hmm.
And till 2014, I was into banking. I was a banker. I was a national lead in Capital First. I was earning very good amount of this, 1.5 lakh rupees per month. It was really good, a good kind of life.
The ideal
Married,
life.
everything was good. Then suddenly something happened, and I became alone. Okay, my wife left me for some different. I don't want to disclose anything, but definitely it must be something. And then I started thinking about myself. I said on that day when she left me, on 31st December 2014, something happened to me. I said whether I should leave, whether I should continue, because for what purpose I should continue this? There should not be any life. But then I meditated. I meditated for almost 45 minutes in that night. Everyone was celebrating 31st December, and I was meditating. Nothing like, no food. I didn't take any food at that time, because, any person who had experienced all those things, it was really a worst part of my life I was experiencing. I didn't have food, but I just meditated. And in that meditation, I realized, okay, no, this is not a life I should gain. There are so many things which I learned in my life. I need to work on that. And next day morning, I walked for 10 kilometers. I just walked. I was not doing like fitness, and everything it was completely reduced. Means I was just going to gym sometimes once in a week or two times in a week.
Right.
I walked for 10 kilometers, and during that walk towards Godbanda Road, I stay in Thane towards Godbanda Road, I realized something. Okay, I started liking walking. I say I need to focus on my fitness. Then while coming back, I said let's work on something else.
Okay.
Okay, what are the things? And when I was into job, during that job, I used to think about when I can pursue my career in hypnosis. I want to spread this message that this subconscious mind is something miraculous. You need to believe you can do wonders in that, because during my job time, I've used this subconscious mind every time, whenever I used to meet clients, anytime, whenever you come into depression. Then I said, okay, I just have to come out. And within one day, I transformed myself. That okay, I will focus on hypnosis. I started working on me. I did self-hypnosis for almost 2 hours. Then I did workout at my home. And then I started meeting so many friends. I started connecting to the friends. I just exposed myself that okay, this is the thing which has happened to me, and I just want to explore myself. Okay, I just want to come out of, though I can coach other people, but it is not the time that okay, I need some people's support. So
Yes.
I met my friend Amrut Deshmukh. He's a booklet guy, famous for
Yeah,
booklet
yeah,
guy.
I
He
know
has his
him.
own. You know him?
Yeah, he came to Bahrain for a seminar that we had hosted. So, yeah.
Okay, great. So he is my very close friend. We used to work together since 2006. He stays nearby. So I discussed, say that, okay, this is the thing which is happening, and very, very close friend, just like a family member. You know, this mic is from him only. Okay, so that's kind of keep exchanging. Then I decided, okay, we need to work on everything. I started working with him, like I was supporting booklets and everything. I used to take photographs for him. All those photographs are taken by me only. Whichever photograph you see, including the logo designing, everything. So I used
Wow.
to enjoy. So I said, okay, he's working for his purpose. I used to help him. Even I recorded audios for
Uh-huh.
Hindi books for him. So previously in booklet, we used to give Hindi book summary. So
Right.
initially there was one RJ, and then I said, okay, let me help up with my audio. He said, why don't you use your audio for Hindi book? And that was like a transformation. That was a start. I said, okay, I can use audio. Then one day I said, okay, let me shoot a video also. And we had a fight, and I started YouTube channel also. So then we had a very big fight. He always discuss about it. That I say, okay, I want to be a perfect. I want to have a good camera. I always have SLR because I'm also a photographer. And then I realized, okay, what about hypnosis and fitness? Okay, that was like a discovery when we were discussing, me, Amrut, and some other colleagues. We were discussing booklet office, and I said, okay, I will combine everything together: hypnosis, fitness, and everything, because this is all correlated. Means fitness and hypnosis. Because if you work on mind, fitness, all those things are related to fitness only. Suppose if you start working on your subconscious mind, you will get inspired inside. You will get motivated inside. So that was the start, and then I launched my course and everything. That's a journey.
Wow, wow. So, any person who's not from this background would always be really startled with hypnosis. And I really want to clear people's misconception, but I don't want to do it personally. I want to do it through you because you practice it so much. Can you tell, like, is it true that hypnosis is always used for the wrong things? I know the answers to this, and how can it be used for the right things? And what are the misconceptions people have around hypnosis and such?
Awesome question. This is my favorite question. Okay, thank you so much for this. See, misconception because of media, because
Yes.
of specifically TV channel. Especially, I will simply say on YouTube channel because of CID. One CID episode where one person hypnotized and he say, okay, now you have to kill one person, and he actually killed the person. It can never happen. Not a single hypnotist across the planet can do this. Not a single person can hypnotize a person and can tell, okay, you have to kill the person. So myths are like that. You can tell any person to do anything. It's a myth. Okay.
Right.
Even what happens in hypnosis, normally, suppose I tell the person, okay, I tell the suggestion to subconscious mind, so that normally the conscious mind gets into a small sleep kind of state. It's like a trance or sleep kind of state. And then the subconscious mind get awakened. So all the suggestion goes to the subconscious mind. And then it started behaving the way actually they started taking the instruction. But when
Right.
the instruction is something which is beyond ethics, suppose there is a lady, there's a girl, and I am hypnotizing her. And
Yes.
after hypnotizing, if I say, okay, now you have to remove your clothes, it's next to impossible. She will just wake up. She will actually come out of the hypnotic stage, and I don't know, she may slap me also. And that's the thing. So, no one can do that thing. Not a single hypnotist can steal money from your pocket. Otherwise, all those hypnotists would have become a rich. So,
Yes.
every person would have become so many things. Or even if this is like a magical power, any person can hypnotize and they can solve 99% of problem. But a myth is like you can do anything with the hypnosis. That's a myth. Okay.
Yes.
But there are some other myths. If any person with a weak mind can be hypnotized easily, that's a wrong thing. The people who have a good concentration, they can hypnotize easily because their dedication is important, their focus is important. If you have a good concentration, you can easily get hypnotized, but your permission is required. If you are giving permission to get hypnotized, at least for yourself, then only. Because so many people come to me for hypnosis session, and people just want to observe what is going to happen to them. They can't get hypnotized because when you are observing, means you are not focusing on my command, my suggestion.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
getting?
definitely. They're two different people who are working together then. And that can't
Yes.
happen.
So specifically, I follow Erickson hypnosis. Erickson hypnosis is like a step-by-step process where I guide that person with a proper relaxation state, and that relaxation state, that person take these commands. But what's the use? Is there are other myths also, like kids can get hypnotized? No, sorry, like because there are some stories like kid got hypnotized and they actually took him away some and they asked for the ransom and everything. Those specific things are really myth. Those people who really want to hypnotize, they should agree for that. Even if you have seen all those TED talks, all those hypnotists who have came for a TED talk, they hypnotize. They suppose there are 1,000 people sitting in the room. Only 15 to 20 people actually come to that stage, because
Yes.
normally they only accept the commands. They should actually accept the command. Then only you can hypnotize.
Right.
So I do lot of classes for teaching you how to face a camera, how to do FB live. I do that because during this lockdown, I trained almost 40,000 people to do
Wow.
FB live through hypnosis. We use some small kind of hypnosis.
Wow. So this is a pure misconception, right? Like, because the first thing that people would say is, no, I don't want to be hypnotized because that person will take my bank account details, or, like the really stupid things come out. So can you tell us, like, in hypnosis, why do you do hypnosis to first I want to ask you and clarify this, that your intelligence doesn't sleep. You're just in a relaxed state, but you are yourself, right, in hypnosis? Now,
Yes.
in
Relaxed state,
yes, go ahead.
in, in relaxation stage, your intelligence is at the highest level. It is
Right.
the highest level.
Yeah,
Same
so you
happens
don't
in
become
meditation.
somebody else and nobody can take over you, which is what I want to tell my audience. And this is completely rubbish, because I face this so much as well. I'm not a hypnosis expert or anything, but I know my colleagues who have. And every time I think of doing this course, my mom's like, no, 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 no. This is ethically wrong. This is ethically wrong. So I think media has played such an important role in just see the pendulum fall asleep and kill somebody. Right? So can you tell us, like, what are the small examples, and how fast hypnosis works on you getting the result from your client rather than trying other techniques?
Okay. The thing is that depend on each and every person. Like some people get into trance very fast within 5-10 minutes. Sometimes it takes 2 sessions. Like suppose any person is coming to me. Okay, this is hypnosis. I use it sometimes. Otherwise, take it with while standing also. So sometimes they accept the command easily, or sometimes they have a fear. So always, if any female is coming, always tell, okay, accompany with your friend, so that they will at least get away from the fear. But
Right.
it is not like fast. Like suppose in hypnosis, if they are getting into that deep level of trance, it's not like a trance, it's a deep relaxation where you are just accepting the commands. When I say, okay, now onward, you are just going to listen my words only. Okay, then that person, it will take the commands, it will go into your subconscious mind, and all those things which are 99%, definitely I will give only positive commands. Because
Right.
you are always resistant to the negative commands. If I say that you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this, that person will not accept. So I will say, okay, your willpower is increased, your subconscious mind is, your confidence is increased, your memory is getting better and better, or your the body strength is increased, your stamina is increased, which I use in my body fitness sessions also. These commands are very quick. Even
Right.
I normally give within 2 minutes, even you can feel the same example. I will not hypnotize you, but within 2 minutes, even you can experience what actually happens with this simple suggestion.
Wow.
Every single word has an effect on our mind. Suppose
Right.
if I say, just take it as a very sportly. Suppose,
Yes.
Riya, I think, within 2 years, you will put on 10 kg of weight. Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't think your food is good. So, what will happen? What will happen? I know you are practicing yoga and you are very health conscious.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example. What will happen? Each and every word will negatively affect your subconscious mind. And the person who is saying that thing, depend on the person.
Right.
Suppose you are really feeling that person, you are giving respect, and that person says to you, it will directly go into your subconscious mind. And either you may get hurt or you will take it as a challenge.
Okay. So it can work both ways.
Both ways. So, depend on how positive you are. Either you can take it as a challenge. Sushil is saying that I will show that after 2 years I will be the best person. I will look like a fitness model.
Right.
That way you will take. Otherwise you will take in a depression. I will say, why that person says to me? Why this person says that? And whole day you will spoil. Okay. Just simple command. it is also a simple way of hypnosis.
Okay.
Or even you, I will just ask, which toothpaste you buy? Which toothpaste you use? Is it Colgate or
Yeah.
the toothpaste we did? Yeah. Why you are buying Colgate? There are so many toothpastes available. Why did you buy to Colgate? Is it somewhere that doctor is completely prescribing, or you just buy a Colgate because you got hypnotized? It's a
Okay.
simple thing. Because every day we see ads, hoardings, and everywhere it is saying that okay, Colgate is good, Colgate is good, Colgate is good, and your subconscious mind is actually remembering, yes, Colgate is good.
Yes.
So whenever you go to a shopping mall, you always pick up that
Colgate.
You will not pick something else. Your subconscious mind will resist, while even if you there are promised toothpaste also, no one remember that toothpaste. So people will not buy that baboon promise. They will just buy Colgate because even someone say this is good. No, because your subconscious mind will resist. No, I have seen ads. I have seen all those things. Good people are using Colgate. They are smile. I have seen their teeth. So definitely Colgate is good.
Yes.
This is a small kind of hypnosis.
That's
Okay,
true.
but
It
in
happens.
relaxed state-
Brands and marketing use it very often more than anyone else, actually.
Shall I give one example?
Yes, yes.
It's a famous experiment. Experiment was done in theater. Okay, so when there was a movie, so there was an ice cream seller, and obviously the particular hypnotist was he collaborated with that ice cream seller. He told, okay, I will increase the sale of ice cream.
Alright.
Okay, because it's all happens in mall. So in that screen, on that in the movie, during that movie, every fraction of some say after 15 seconds or 15 minutes of movie, there was a fraction of slide where they say they were playing for say 5 seconds, fraction of say 10 second of movement. They were showing that picture that eat ice cream and become healthy. Eat ice cream, it's good for health. Eat ice cream is good for health. It was just just a flash.
Okay.
It was not like continuous light. People even didn't observe that. Okay, you must have heard about crowning gorilla. You don't observe the actual focus because you are completely focused on movie. So
Yes.
you're consciously, you are actually focused on movie. Your whole conscious mind was actually listening everything, songs and everything. Not song, it was a Hollywood movie. And at the same time, there was one ad which was completely flashing with very fraction of second, which we don't observe.
Mm-hmm.
We don't observe. So after the break, the ice cream sale increased by 20%. That was the real thing. Even you can search in Google. So what
Wow.
was the thing? It into subconscious mind, and we have seen Disney and Disney had done something like that also. You must have heard about it in their YouTube channel, or they have done something which actually impacted kids. You must have heard about this particular story. So these are the subliminal message. So there is also impact subconscious mind. So we normally get hypnotized. Even if you see a good person, a beautiful person, beautiful body or anything, we get hypnotized. So how it is getting impacted, that's upon us. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying every word can go into subconscious mind at what level you are actually listening to this word. So when you are completely into very emotional state or in very conscious, relaxed state, those words goes into subconscious mind.
Yes. And then you start believing that much faster.
Yes. So suppose we used to do the experiment, like suppose any person has he has say 70 kg weight, okay, and now we used to keep in both the side actually we used to keep chair, and he will lie on that chair, and I used to make his body tighter and tighter and tougher and tougher. So even that person can hold that stomach, his stomach can hold 150 kg weight also.
Okay.
That kind of skill you can bring in with the subconscious mind. So that's a benefit of hypnosis.
That's
You can do-
amazing.
Yes,
But can
you
you
can
tell
do-
us, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can you tell us, like, I'm sure the viewers are interested to know, hypnosis works, I'm sure they're convinced and they'll look it up, but how long does it take to get the result? Does it take 1 day, 1 week, 1 year? Can you tell us the time frame?
The thing is, sometimes we get result in 1 day also. Like
Right.
the people who come for suicidal cases, I normally take only one session because I want to get out of the people within one particular case. Okay, so sometimes it happens in one session also. I do NLP along with hypnosis.
Yes.
But normally 99% with hypnosis, if these people are coming for hypnosis, within one session they get a result. Depend on what
Wow.
kind of goal within one session. Smoking addiction normally take 4 to 5 sessions because it's an addiction and it's get deeply rooted.
Right.
Like there are some OCDs. OCD takes 2 to 3 sessions. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Some
Yes.
people have OCD like this. This is like obsessive. People are not aware what they are doing. There are people do these things with the neck, or they shake their legs. So many OCDs. Biting nails. Biting nails. It's just one session. Not even session. Just few commands. More than enough. The people have a biting nails. So everything can be worked with hypnosis.
That's
So
so
many.
nice to know that small to big problems can be solved using this.
Yes.
Wow, Sushil, this is interesting. Now, I'm sure just like I'm interested, other people would also be interested in this prevention suicide tendencies. So, can you tell us about what sort of projects you handle, what sort of clients you handle, how you kind of take them out? Are they aware about their tendencies? Do they come to you or the family comes to you? Can you just talk a little about that?
So that's really an interesting thing, because suicides, specifically in this lockdown, I experienced so many people. They wanted
Yes.
to suicide. The thing is that once typical suicidal cases were breakup. In this suicide, this is really surprising thing. Since March till date, I have handled 200 breakups. Okay,
Wow, that's
breakups.
almost one every day or the other day. More
But
than that.
two in a day
Two
normally.
yeah.
So because I'm handling so many other sessions also. So why these breakups? Because people were connected before lockdown. Then suddenly people got disconnected. Now one person is messaging that person, at the same time that person, the opposite person, is not replying. So one person is taking in a very different way. Now she is not replying. Now the thing is over. And after few months or after few days, they realize, okay, she is not replying, means everything is over. At the same time, if something is happening in his life, means along with the breakup, if he is not doing well in this financial condition, financial situation, or anything, or any situation in family, he is waiting for a support. Now in lockdown, you are actually losing all those connections with your friends also.
Yes, yes.
And especially if there is a physical thing, I will openly say that if there is a physical connection, definitely it's the biggest thing which goes into your subconscious mind. So that's actually when I was handling all those breakups, I was asking the important question: how was the relation? It was like just a normal love, like getting attracted towards person or just talking, but there was an actual physical relationship. And wherever comes the physical relationship, there's the biggest thing, biggest headache. Means that you can't get away from that, because that is the biggest thing which goes into your subconscious mind. Because these are the happy memories, there's the good memories, and that memories go so deep into subconscious mind, it affects drastically when you are not getting that thing, when you are not getting that experience. Even simple hug, if you are missing that simple hug, you are actually say, okay, I'm not getting anything. So you will not find the satisfaction in anything else. Even if you are enjoying good food or anything, except meditation. Definitely, if any person who starts meditation, he can easily get the satisfaction what he can get anywhere else. So I started handling with those cases majorly, and
This
then
is
financial
interesting.
crisis.
But Sushil, so if this is the case, a lockdown should be equivalent to a long distance relationship. Does that happen? These suicidal tendencies happen even during a long distance relationship, because if the physical connect is so important, are these similar cases?
No, the strength was somewhat lesser as compared to when there is a long distance relationship. There was a case of long distance relationship, but she was too deep. Like depend on us, that person's emotional condition, how that person is emotional. Some people are very careless. When I met one person, okay, I have a breakup and I'm going through that. So what do you think about that girl? It's okay, it happens. But why? So I don't have anyone right now. So I'm just worried about who will come with right now in my life. So there's so much careless now. Don't worry about it. It was not like a love. Then, but some people, even in long distance relationships, she was so emotional because it was his first love. So when it was a first love, it was like a deep, deep connection. Someone, and again there was a background. We always check a background. What kind of family history she has. So she was actually so she has a brother. Suppose I'm just giving an example.
Yes, yes.
Now the parents used to look after their brother only. They used to appreciate the brother, and she was actually alone in a family also. She was not getting that kind of importance in her family, and suddenly one person he started giving importance. It's giving that more
Yes.
privilege, even though long distance relationship. No, she is not sure what kind of person is that. Means whether that person is from outside India, she is not aware what kind of person is that. She is from Canada and she is from India. And suddenly he said, okay, see, we can't meet, and this is lockdown, and I met some person, so I'm meeting that person physically, so I know that this thing is not going to work out. And she was actually planning big dream that
Oh
she
my
will go to
God.
Canada, she will get married, and when these dreams get collapsed, then all those things happen. Then you think of suicidal and other things. Depend on what kind of intensity you have.
Wow. So, is
So
this just out of interest? I'm asking. Have you seen these tendencies more in females than males, or the other way around?
majorly in females, 90% female.
Majorly in females. Wow, that's interesting because emotional support they seek more in their partner or to-be
The
partner.
reason they don't open up. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they don't open up, they don't open up with the people. Even
Okay.
they don't share it with us. See, first important thing is that if you are really any person is going through that thing, you need to share to at least one single person.
Okay.
There should be some person, very close person. If
Mm-hmm.
you are not going to share with your mother or father, at least share with your brother, sister, anywhere, or a close friend.
Right.
Because you don't need a coach every time. You can get a help from that friend because you are that particular person always think in a third party perspective.
Yes.
And I will give one solution. If you really want to come out of the problem, look at yourself as a third person. You always get a solution. You know?
Yeah. The only way you
we
can
always-
get the solution is once you look out of it and not when you're in the problem, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting. But these are cases I believe that people are aware and they're coming up to you and they're opening up and things like that. What about a person who is not even aware that they have suicidal tendencies, because they're so lost in their mind? And I've seen cases like that. So how could the society or the people around that person kind of help navigate the person out to a safer space?
Yeah, the thing is that this is very difficult to identify because normally the people who have a suicidal tendency and who really want to commit suicide, I will not talk about more details about the person which I handled 2 months back. He tried to commit suicide 7 times. He used to go to the railway track and then he used to come out.
Okay.
8 month relationship, again 8 months relationship, very close, deep relationship, and he tried to commit suicide. When I talked to him, he said, okay, I can't forget that person. Okay, did you disclose? I said, disclose with one friend, but he couldn't help because even he, every time you can't get an answer
Yes.
from the person because if that person is very close, either that person should help to contact any other person who are into this specialty or suicide prevention thing or psychologist or psychiatrist or at least another person who knows something. But the thing is that 90% people, they don't open up. But there are some indication. If they start living alone or they start talking negatively or otherwise like there are some cases like they lost interest in food. Okay, so if this normally what happens, parents ignore all those signs. So if you see that sign, if any person is seeing that signs, they should be think about it and they should talk. Or if they are not talking, at least tell anyone of his friend or her friend, okay, let her communicate with that person and let her talk with that person. Because these signs are very difficult to identify because otherwise they just go and commit a suicide.
And
They are not aware.
you know the suicidal tendency only after the suicide is successful or, the person is no more and it's too late rather.
It's too late, yeah.
Oh, that's...
Frankly speaking, it's an open thing. I always say, that's why actually I have started promoting all those things, meditation. I always say, people, when they understand the human value, not a single person will commit suicide. We know, everyone, the birth is so difficult, specifically for mother, 9 months and before that, all those things. She goes through that lot of pain. Before that, you have the survival. Means, out of millions of sperms, you are the one selected one. You
Yeah.
defeat everything and you come out of and you actually take a birth. And then you think of suicide just for one specific reason, either for person or financial crisis. But only in that point, if you like, even I was supposed to commit suicide when I had a loss in my computer institute in '97. Okay, my partner actually dished me. I had a loss of 2.5 lakh rupees. I was supposed to commit suicide. Again, meditation helped me. Same thing happened long back in '97, '99. But when I realized that this is not a thing, because after that, no one is going to care. A simple thing.
Yeah.
Any person who really is going to watch this now, no one is going to care after few days. Either your parents will think, they will cry, your brother and sister will cry for few days, and after some days, they are going to forget.
Yes.
So suicide is not a solution. But how you will get remember if you do something out of that. So now I will say, if your life is going to end, do something extraordinary, even try hard, do whatever. Try to go for Mount Everest, fight for nation, do something for purpose. Even you are want to end a life, na? So struggle and then end a life. Well, who cares about it? Do
Right.
something extraordinary.
And then we
Let
remember.
that get into action. Yeah,
Wow.
that's a better way. We'll get remembered.
Yeah, I think that's a point which I don't think the people who have the tendencies actually think through, and I wouldn't blame them because they're in that mind state or they don't have the awareness to actually go through all of this. But one point which I really liked and which I want to highlight to all the audiences when Sushil said meditation helped him personally in his experience. I'm not even going to his clients. That's a different story. But how meditation helped you, and you've 35 different types of meditation, which is amazing. I am actually not into drawn so much into the yoga because of the asana aspect, but because of the meditation, and how it took me through my journey in my education and things like that. So can you tell me about your morning routine? What sort of meditations you like? What sort of meditations you teach probably, and especially related to suicide? What meditation really helped you to come out?
Okay, sure. Awesome question. So my routine is very simple. I wake up. I'm actually a minimalistic guy. I don't have bike. I don't have car. I sold it. I'm a cyclist. And,
Wow.
the thing is that I strongly believe that when you realize the happiness, the perfect happiness, you don't need those material things. Definitely, I'm a photographer, so I spend a lot of money on gadgets because it's for my passion, and that's a different thing. But still, when you do meditation, my morning routine is I wake up at 4:30. I'm not saying that I always do Brahma Muhurt. Brahma Muhurt is like 3:45 to 4.
Yes.
So I wake up at 4:30. I do a meditation which is open eye meditation, 99% open eye meditation, where you actually believe that you are an energy, you are a soul, you are not a body. That's the
Okay.
realization. This I will just give an example. Like suppose when we talk about I am Sushil, I am something, I am a hypnotist or I am life coach and I am this. Okay, that's the ego of the body. Okay, but otherwise, when you realize yourself that you are just an energy, just like each and every person on this planet. It's a small light. The thing is that we have to experience it. But the way I talk about soul, they're just like electricity. You can't see the electricity, but you can find the light. You can find all those gadgets which works on electricity. So you know the power of electricity.
Right.
The same way, we can't see the soul. Even I can't see my soul or I can't see your soul. But I strongly believe we can experience that. That definitely I am a soul and I'm just handling this body. So in meditation, I first experience it to that level, that I go into that soul conscious level. I feel that I'm energy, I'm light, I'm happy, I'm completely full of peace. And then I try to disconnect from my body. Disconnection from my body means I just want to get away from my body. Slowly I visualize that I'm getting away from my body. Slowly I'm living this particular, and I look at this particular location where I feel that there's a bigger energy. You can say a supreme soul, the full of energy where you find all those happiness. And then I try to connect with that. It's a communication. Now it's an experience. When you start experiencing that, you will form a connection with God. You form a connection with that supreme soul, which is just like you, just like that energy. And then everything happens. So I don't do a dead meditation, which is in a zero state. Some people say you should stop thinking everything. I always say that if you stop thinking, you will not come out of anything with the meditation. So every meditation, after every meditation, you should have something new thoughts, a better thought, more positive for people, for you, and you should get transformed. So the difference between sleep and meditation, before sleeping and after sleep, you are the same person. But before meditation, after meditation, you should be completely transformed.
Yes.
You should have a different person. That's the thing.
Wow,
So-
this is the morning routine that Sushil follows. Anyone who wants to get in touch with him and know more details, please ask him. But is this the same meditation that you helped yourself out coming out of the suicide?
Yes, same meditation, because whenever I go out of my, I'm not talking about out of body projection, it's a different topic.
So, Sushil, is this the same sort of a meditation that you used to get out of the suicidal tendency that you had?
Yes. The thing is that when I started meditation, the same, because I used to practice meditation at that particular point when uh, everything got crashed, means 2.5 lakh rupees in 99, it was pretty big amount,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
big amount. Being a middle class family, my mother teacher and my father was a government officer, it was like a big impact. And who is going to get out of from that?
Yeah.
And when I started meditation, I also saw myself that okay, I am something different from this body. Whichever things are happening to, they are happening to my body, but I am something different. And look at myself as a third person. Okay, I say if I kill my body myself, what is going to happen? Nothing. My parents will cry. They will just say he should have said all those things to us. He should have explained this to us. All those things will happen. Friends will cry for a few days, and they will forget. After a few years, they will forget, or after a few months, they will forget. But what if I do something else apart from this? What are my purpose? Then I realized something. I couldn't find a purpose at that time, frankly speaking. I actually found my purpose in 2014. But I said, okay, what are the things which I do without doing that? So I will struggle again. And I may fail again, but it will not up to the death. So bankers will come, bankers will ask for my money. So what will happen? I will just have to worry about my name. But right now I don't care about my name. I will just say, okay, Sushil, you had a computer institute, you had good name. Right now you are done, which is really wrong. We are not expecting all those things. Na? That will actually may try to get my moral down, or it may hurt my ego. But when I started seeing myself, I said, I don't have an ego.
Yes.
It's just a simple body. And I'm just worried about that body. So if I come out of that, I can transform myself. And then I just got out of that and I said, okay, let me think about it. And then I started doing job. I went to Pune with my friend. Another friend has same experience. He got ditched in partnership and he got lost. So we went to Pune and then everything came out and we again recorded. And then I realized everywhere there is a solution. Even we go to that drastic situation, after a few days you realize, okay, you are coming out of the situation and everything is normal.
That's
right? So
true.
you can see in 2014, I was really in the worst situation. Financial situation was worse, my physical situation was worse, and suddenly I just came out and now people are saying, okay, you are doing awesome, you have a good energy, you have good fitness and everything. They are not looking at the story, what happened. But everything get changed. So the
Right.
meditation helped me to look at myself as a third person, third entity. And now I don't care about myself. People see me bad, taklu, whatever, I don't care. Okay, you can. As you get away from that ego, your ego, Sushil, who is that Sushil? Nothing. We are just nothing.
That's
And
true.
And one experience at that time I realized when I started visualizing, I was actually like moving out of Earth. I was like into galaxy, just like it's a visualization. I was not actually in the galaxy. Then I said I was just a small, tiny person out of all those million people. And why I should care about that? But how I can make that tiny things can shine. So then this got changed. So if I'm nothing, we always have a proud of anything. This particular pride. We always have that ego that I am something great. But if you see yourself from that point, top of the
Yeah.
earth, you are nothing.
That's
You are
true.
nothing. Unless and until you are doing something miraculous. If you talk about Mother Teresa, you talk about all those people who have done, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, all those people were the same people, tiny person, if you see it. But right now, everyone know about this. Okay, even after death, they
Yes.
have made something. Then I realized, okay, I have to do something. At least I can spread some light on some people.
Wow, I'm so proud to hear these incidences from you because for all the people who are listening, it's not one time, it's actually two times that Sushil actually overcame things quickly. And that's what I like. We generally see these patterns in somebody who's already spiritually aware, right? But I think our audience might have some people who are probably going through these issues and are not so spiritually aware or don't believe in yoga and meditation, I think, as much, because I have come across people, and I live in Bahrain, which is in the Gulf, And Indians have really no idea about meditation or yoga. In fact, even I didn't have growing up. So I wouldn't blame anyone. And I love the part where you talk about how you are actually a small person, but your mind sometimes can overtake things, and you think that you're the most important person in the world that exists, and that's what makes you take these actions. I know for suicidal people, like you said, and I really liked it that you saw yourself after 4 5 years, and okay, after suicide what happens, and then you realize, oh, it's not that great a feeling. I can maybe make this history a better place, and that's what made you change your decision of suicide. But a lot of people, I think, cannot think so much into it, and they're so into the problem that they can't come out of it to see it. For those people, I would definitely recommend, or anyone who you think is going through, and you want to recommend, Sushil is the person for you to go to. And his amazing WhatsApp programs that he's doing despite lockdown, despite any difficulty, is something that you have to go through. So Sushil, can you tell us about your WhatsApp programs, how you're conducting it so successfully? I personally vouch for him because I've seen those messages, and I've seen the success rate, and of course I'm hearing him speak with so much confidence. And you can actually come to know from the interview, because he's come out of this problem twice. So Sushil, please elaborate a little on the program. How many days is it,
Yeah.
and how to get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. I have two programs. One is the biggest, the most important, which is focus things. Like I'm completely focused on fitness. My mission is to make every person on this planet stress free and fit.
Right.
So because stress is connected to fitness, means any person who is going through a stress, they can't follow all those things, fitness routine, and even we have seen people gain weight because of the stress. So I wanted to combine everything. So my actual fitness program, Mind Body Miracles, where people regularly enjoy workout, they do workout for weight loss and fitness. They have experienced increased stamina. If you see the reviews, Trustpilot review, and I use hypnosis and suggestions for the use of subconscious mind. So the people who have experienced, like 15 days back, they used to do the workout. Like I used to give a very tough workout. And they used to say, okay, this is really tough workout. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I say, okay, you will realize after a few days. So with the help of suggestion, with the help of this all the hypnotic commands, they started doing this. And now when I see, okay, this is a list of workout which you have to do right now with me. They say, okay, this is very easy. The mindset is getting changed. The people are enjoying that, and they have started experiencing, okay, I can do anything. The people like burpee, a lady, she said, I will not do burpee anytime in my life. And they say, okay, now burpee is awesome. I'll start doing burpee. Okay, so this is my lifetime access, which I started giving lifetime access for a limited period, where you do workout every day, or at least they get a recording.
Right.
But some people, because that's expensive course. That's expensive course because they have to, they are getting everything, like from fitness, the nutrition, food, meditation, hypnosis. I give hypnosis audio along with binaural beats. It's
Wow.
made by voice, which is designed by myself. So I have recorded binaural beats, and again white noises. So there are subliminal message along with binaural beats, along with, and which are on the frequency of fitness and weight loss. There are some certain frequency for binaural beats. So I recorded this along with the affirmations in that hypnosis audio. So I give those audios which are the people who are buying this course.
Right.
But some people just want to take a feel. I just want to want to know what are the things which they need to follow for weight loss and fitness. So this 5 days WhatsApp class, I give each and everything which is required for fitness and weight loss. I never say that like I am hiding anything. I give everything, like starting from what kind of exercise you should do, how you should focus, what kind of body type, and based on your body type, what are the experience, what are the exercise, like we have to do for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then about nutrition, food, meditation, hypnosis, then sleep, water, everything. I just share each and every detail in that WhatsApp class, and I charge hardly 499 rupees for this 5 days WhatsApp class, almost 7 hours class, and I share
Wow.
each and every details. After that, if they feel they want to join my community, they join the community. Otherwise, I say, okay, you can do it on your own, because we can't say that everyone can buy this program.
Yes.
Everyone don't have the capacity. But the people who joined after that, they enjoy that. And they are getting those experiences. Even this 5 days WhatsApp plus everyone is afraid. You have seen those reviews.
Yes.
They have experienced something. They experience the meditation part. They experience the hypnosis part, which I conduct every time at the end of session. Most of the
Right.
session I do meditation. where I talk about beauty, talk about the visualization, talk about how you should look fit in visualization. So they experience that.
Wow,
And
this
that,
if this is not sounding interesting to all of you who are listening, I don't know what can. But now I'm sure if I'm interested, I know where to get in touch with you. But how do the people who are watching you right now get in touch with you, or probably they're not watching the interview immediately, so there's no course going online. So is there any place where we know about your upcoming workshops and your contact details if you're ready to share them?
yeah, right now the workshop is going on, so it will end at 20th. Then I will announce it. If any person is following me on Instagram or anywhere like LinkedIn, Instagram, because I am a shameless promoter. I've been called as a shameless promoter. When I conduct my sessions for social media, I have conducted this. I told you, I conducted session for 40,000 people in this lockdown
Yes,
on the
yes.
platform Get Fit Go World. So I have another company. I have different companies. So I am a shameless promoter because I know that the particular thing which I am giving, it's valuable. So why not
Correct.
shout out? So I always post everything on Instagram. If any person who is hitting my bio on Instagram, Miraculous Mastery is my name. So everywhere where there is a Miraculous Mastery, either on Instagram or Facebook page, LinkedIn, then Pinterest, YouTube, everywhere, everyone can get connected, or any person we can directly DM me on Instagram or LinkedIn. YouTube, they can. I have my YouTube channel. I don't post frequently, but they can connect me everywhere. Only Instagram, I have everything like WhatsApp number, my Telegram group. I also perform some free workshop also. I conduct some free workshop. Sometimes some meditation, sometimes some weight loss. I have done so many meditation at morning 5 o'clock. Some people join from across the country, across globe. People join
Wow.
from Malaysia. So I conduct this meditation workshop. They can join free workshop also.
Wow.
So,
So that's definitely a place that you're going to look for, and everything's already written down, as you can see. So in the end, I know this interview is not enough to get everything out of Sushil, but if you have any questions or you want an interview on something else, with Sushil again, of course, we can organize that on this channel, and maybe talk about something in a different aspect. Of course, this was a very short time, and 1 hour. But of course, Sushil, we're going to keep having you back on the channel to irritate you and to get more information out of you from time to time, but on different topics. So for today, I hope you all enjoyed the interview. This was Sushil, and we're going to have many more coach collabs happening with him and the other coaches which are coming up in the next week. I hope you enjoyed. We would love to hear what you took away in the comments below. Just let us know your thoughts. Sushil is waiting as well, and I'm going to share everything with him as soon as you give your comments. So thank you, Sushil, for coming. Thank you for joining us. And
I want to share about yourself, about Ria,
Yeah.
because I'm following the channel. I saw your consistency. You visited India to learn so many things. I know because
Right.
you told, okay, you are with India. I said, this is called a dedication. I really got surprised. This person is visiting from Bahrain to India to learn all those things. And even in India, I wanted to go to so many spiritual places or in the yoga places. And I'm still, I'm a heavy trekker and I'm a traveler. But I like the dedication. I really like the channel, the videos. Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm learning from you. I'm really saying that. Even in my YouTube channel, I'm learning, okay, you are doing those kind of posts and editing and everything. Awesome job. Really awesome job.
Thank
Great.
you. I guess that's what the coach collab is all about, learning from each other. Though we all are so full of ourselves, there's so much still to grasp from each other. And when we can't grasp, just divert people and divert them to the expert. And with this, we're coming to an end with another amazing interview, which I think you should just go back and revisit, because there's so many amazing things about hypnosis, about the interviews, and the mind body coach program. So I hope you all get in touch with Sushil. Sushil gets back to you and you benefit out of this collaboration that we've had today. Thank you so much, audience. Take care. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Namaste.